go.
They done messed up and let us in, brother.
Yes, sir.
Man.
All right. Welcome.
It's good.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Brown?
Doing well, man. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, you know.
Oh yeah.
We getting it cracking. Man, we gonna get started in a couple of minutes. You know, before we start, I just want to say thank you to Jackie. And you know, it's definitely a privilege and an honor, man, to be a part and to take this thing beyond what I thought that it could go.
Oh, it's my pleasure to be here with you, Mr. Brown.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know, we spoke briefly on the phone.
Yeah.
And we ended up getting to meet in person, man. You know, a real good time.
Yeah, man. We almost didn't leave there, man.
No, I mean, you became part of the family real quick.
Yeah. It was definitely good, man. You know, whenever I meet people that I've never met before, you know, it always give me, it always enlightened me. You know, it always enlightens me and give me something that, you know, an experience that I never felt before. And so, man, I go hard, man. I go hard.
Yeah. Well, you and my brother-in-law, my sister had a great conversation talking about the development and the structure of, you know, Gary and relationships. And it was just such a broad topic. Our topic tonight, Mr. Brown Jr., is what? What are we speaking on tonight?
Man, we talking about what they talking about.
There we go. That's what's going on. What are they talking about? There's so much going on throughout the waves.
Yeah.
Give me one good subject that people right now are talking about that me and you can dig into and see what's going on.
Absolutely. Well, first off, you know, let's just greet all of the audience that's here. We appreciate you all. My name is Tyrone Brown Jr. And of course, my new sidekick, my new, you know, my new behind the scenes guy and front scene.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jackie Roper Jr., man. It's a privilege. It's definitely a privilege and an honor to be a part of this new set of Motivational Monday. Oftentimes, a lot of different things go on. But look, man, we going higher and higher. For those of you that are viewing us live, thank you so much. For those of you that are listening via Who's Your Heat Radio, look, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. It's definitely, you know, this not the same. It's not the same. And so we taking this to a whole nother level to make sure that our viewing experience, that it go beyond anything that we thought was going to happen before. True. And so thank you for everything, for all of your continued support, ladies and gentlemen. This is a new set of Motivational Monday. And like I told y'all, look, the banner is here. You know, look, we ain't got time to shortcut. We ain't got time to stop. We ain't got time to slow down. We keeping on moving forward. Yes, sir. Every day, just to make sure that people know that we here to stay. And so with all of that said and done, we just gonna jump right into tonight's topic. And you know, I talked to Jackie earlier about, you know, the different things that I was hearing people say, the different, you know, quotes and stuff like that. But one particular topic that stood out in my mind, man, and I know that today is Motivational Monday, but it's something else on the other side when you motivate people to think right. Okay, and what we're gonna start off with is talking about. There was a conversation actually that I heard earlier, and it was two women. They were talking about sex, and you know, they were talking about, different things of, how they, how they had a different partner, and, they was okay, but they wasn't in the right headspace. And so basically what my mindset went to is the structure of the family, the structure of the family, the structure of the home, and what that really looks like today. Yeah. It's a lot of people that have a different mindset because of the way that they were raised. Yeah. And I understand that not everybody is cookie cutter, but at the same time, there is a structure. Talking to Jackie and, getting his input, I'm not saying that women should be barefoot, pregnant, and in the kitchen, nothing like that. But what I am saying is, when you mess up the structure of the home, you throw out the whole chemistry of how the family is supposed to, it's how it's supposed to be. Now, I know, Jackie, you can speak to that, right?
Yes, sir. I can. I've been married going on 9 years now.
Yeah.
And it is, a marriage is difficult.
Right.
It's very difficult.
Yeah.
People who know me, they did not picture me in a marriage.
Right.
But I can't say that this marriage has not built better structure for both of us.
Right.
Times that things do get unbalanced, but my wife, she had the father and mother structure in the home.
Right.
And I think that made a difference in how our relationship is compared to those who don't have that same structure.
Yeah.
Having the father and the mother in the home. To where when we do get into bickering arguments, they're tedious to where she can really blow them off in the next 15 minutes. We can find out, that, hey, man, Jackie, you're just an asshole at times.
Right.
Realize it, realize my faults. I just try to let her know that, I am the man in this house and respect me as the man. Let's not go to the point where we're fighting and it's like almost a battle with a man. So that's unstructured. And I'll be trying to let her know that if I'm in such of a rage, you as the woman really can control all of that. The words you say, everything you do will tone me down and correct me. You are my better half, but if you come at me like a ram and a man, then that means we are at some type of disagreement to where now that's what I tell. I say we're like two rams going at it. And I'm trying to let her know, baby, you can say something to me and all of this will stop. You don't have to say that I don't want you to run over me. I wouldn't want to be in a relationship where I'm trying to run over and be forceful. Mr. Brown, that's just not me, man. I'm not a controlling guy. I'd rather be by myself and control me.
Right. Right. Well, at the same time, Jackie, look, this is the thing. When you mess up the structure, what you do is you tear down the foundation of what the family is supposed to be built on. Now, of course, when you have a father that's in and out and he's not there, of course, I was fortunate to have my father in the house. Okay. I was fortunate to have my father there, to help, put things in me that needed to be in me as a man.
Yeah.
And what I'm hearing basically is, especially on Father's Day, this crazy. On Father's Day, I'm hearing women say, you should be saying Happy Father's Day to me. No, it can't be. You can't do things like that, because what you're doing is, the man might not be there, but you look, a woman, and this is not trying to be feminist or anything like that,
Yeah.
But a woman cannot teach a boy how to be a man. She can give him certain things, that he needs for living. But a woman definitely cannot teach a boy how to be a man. And that's what we're seeing. There is confusion, and we're seeing it all the way through the world.
Now, to make that point, because I was raised by a single mom.
Right.
My dad was an asshole. I've never met that man one day in my life.
Wow.
No, since I've been 2 years old. My mom did raise me. At one point in time, I did give my mama Father's Day gifts, but I had to let her know the reason. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some women keep their fathers out of the son's life because, hey, I wanted you or something like that. That wasn't her case. He was an abusive husband and father, and my granddaddy had to take her out of that situation and made it better for her. You know, some women will lay into that situation and think that things is going to get better. My mama said, "No, I'm out of here. You sucker, you ain't putting your hands on me, and I'm gone."
Right.
So the things that she taught me, because she was a single mother, but I also was raised by my grandfather and my grandmother.
Okay.
So not having a father, I appreciated my mother, but she did not teach me how to be a man.
Right.
But she was a strong enough woman figure to hold me down as a wild child and to make sure that my life was structured to where she laid things out and just not let me run over her as a male.
Yeah.
The respect factor is there. I would not want to do anything that would make her feel shame.
Yeah.
So therefore, I had to watch what I'm doing, regardless of what I'm doing. Never make my mama feel shame, because that's the worst thing for me.
Absolutely.
If she loves me and she's trying to teach me better, then Jack, watch your steps, know. And she tried to do everything she could,
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is she couldn't, but I did give her Father's Day cards at one point in time, and I told her, it's not that you taught me how to put this tire on this car, change, because it's 40-year-old men this day that don't know how to change the flat tire.
I agree.
So you didn't make me a man in that way, but you made me strong enough to realize I am a man, and therefore I will protect you, my sister, and my family as a man. My mama gave me two choices when I graduated high school, scared the crap out of me. For real, this is no BS. She laid two pieces of paper out in front of me, and she said, "You going to the Army or you going to college? But getting the hell out of my house." And it scared the crap out of me. First, I looked at it and I said, "Mama, we in my granddaddy house. How you gonna kick me out? This is my granddaddy house." Hey, he said, "You getting out." So all of that being said, she put things in me to where the fear I had to overcome, because I really wasn't scared of growth. I just did not know what my path was. And so I knew I didn't have no discipline. No one could tell me anything as a male, but that's not good as a male, because you can fail yourself as a male, not learning and listening. I learned from some of the teachers and some of the men of how to become a better man. And it wasn't their relationships. It was just because this teacher was a good teacher. He was like, hey, you're going to be something out of this. You're going to make something out of yourself in life.
Yeah.
So it didn't have to be my mom's to be the Father's Day, and some women that don't deserve that, man.
Right.
Oh, how you want it all. You want the child support check, you want the Father's Day gift, and you won't let this man spend no time with his child. I don't understand it.
But see, this is where I'm going with it, Jackie. And man, look, thank you for sharing that, because I understand from your point of view. I get it. I understand the reason why you gave your mother's a Father's Day gift.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the perspective that I come from is that, not saying that a father, because when the father is absent, but it's just like this. You miss it. You have an imbalance. It's just like if a boy did not have his mother, that would still be an imbalance.
It would, because his nurturing would not be there.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah. See, and you just said before, or you just said right before, I just spoke, but you did not have discipline. That's what a man does. Yeah. He provides the discipline and the structure, or it could be vice versa.
Yeah.
Where the woman can provide discipline and structure as your mother did, but then you would also need the nurturing and the love and the compassion. And then the balance is going to be off, because no one person can do all of that.
That's the truth.
They can do parts of it, but they can't do all of it.
Especially with multiple kids.
Yeah, exactly. And so then it'll look like it's favoritism. It'll look like it's favoritism to one of your children, be it that you have multiple children, but still in the home there is imbalance, because now, it's just like and I've said it many other times, that love don't live here no more. All of these people said love don't live here anymore. And I'm like, what do you mean love doesn't live here anymore? If love doesn't live here, then by default, then hate exists.
Yeah.
And that's what we're getting into in this world. We're getting into hatred. We're getting into, rivalries. We're getting into people not having compassion for one another. And now that you have that, it's because of the foundation that has been broken at home.
What about this?
Everybody now has that mindset or that persona. Screw love. Love is whack. Love doesn't exist. But you don't understand. The foundation has been broken up.
Yeah, it has, and it does exist. If you didn't love someone, then that every day that you spend it with them would turn to hate. It's because you would want to be by yourself. You don't care for this person. You know what I'm saying? And you're just trying to get through. So I people that say that is because they haven't found that one to make them feel special, to where they know that they can take this role with someone. Man, I deal in hospice, and I see a lot of people in a roles by themselves, and a lot of them be some angry people. I don't want to be that way, man.
Right.
And I explained that to my wife, and I know that I'm so terrible. Oh, we got comments coming in.
Yeah, I see them.
Put them up there. Hey, how y'all doing?
Good. I love it. Keep them coming.
Love does exist, man. And in my relationships, you got to feel like if you fought, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like my wife would probably tell you, man, I'm just the worst and stuff like that. But she loves the heck out of me, man, because I'm trying to do the best as a man to, keep the kids and the house and the roof and everything. And it's a struggle. And I try to let her know that sometimes I'm stressed. And if you can help me, like if I can't find a remote sometimes, Tyrone, I got 3 kids in the house. And if I'm doing some work, baby girl is, she's right now at 3, so we try to entertain her with the tablet, and we both working from home. And so the remote, if I can't find it just to turn the TV, the frustration, and I'm like, where's the remote? And she's like, well, I'm working too. Well, where's the remote? And it's like, and I have to say, I'm sorry, but I try to let her know. And we had this conversation. I said that I am frustrated. And I said, if you would have saw me being frustrated, you could have helped me at that moment. Besides saying, well, I don't know where it's at either. She could have just said, hey, I can't find it either. Maybe, you know, it was. And then I had to realize that with her too. Because something came up and I had to put myself back in that situation where she was frustrated. And I said, well, you know, you just went through this. So see how the tables turn. And I did not come at her frustrated. And I said, well, let me help you find it. Man. Before I caught myself, it could have went totally different. Right. I was in that same situation. And not because she was frustrated. If we don't see that, if we don't see each other's frustrations, if we don't read each other or see how your other one works, man, it's going to be chaotic, man. It's going to be a chaotic relationship.
It really is. And that's the thing, you know, Jackie, and here it is. I've been married coming up on 16 years.
Ooh,
not everything have been all peaches and lovey-dovey and all of that. As a matter of fact, for the most part, it's been kind of like on the rocks, like, man, I don't like you, and I don't like you either. You know, that kind of thing. Like what we've come to find out, man, like life ain't gonna be perfect. Marriage ain't gonna be perfect. Marriage is work. Marriage is work. So when you have a full-time job, when you're in a marriage and you have kids, you really have 3 full-time jobs. And depending on how many kids you get, you got more jobs than that.
Boy, you better stop.
because I'm telling you, man, hey, life ain't easy. It throw you curveballs. You got bills.
Man.
You got an attitude.
Dude.
You got your own personal health issues.
Yeah,
all of these things.
Probably not even getting the pickle tickle when you need it, man. It's
Look, hey, but check this out. This the most important part. Marriage teaches you compassion on other people.
It does.
It really, because if you go into marriage and you don't have no compassion on somebody else, man, I don't know what you was in. You wasn't in no marriage. You was in the cave.
Yeah, and that's the truth.
You was living under a rock somewhere.
I'm true about that because I could not have got into this marriage without growth and growing compassion. You know, me and my wife are 9 years apart. She's 9 years younger. A lot of the topics that we own, man, is really, way off. You know, some of the shows that I've seen, my parents have been married for almost 41 years and they been divorced. My parents almost got divorced twice. Wow.
Yeah. True enough.
Hey, Steph, that's so, and it's a hard thing, man, because, we got into an argument the other day to where, that was almost like, hey, man, you can go your way, I can go my way, and you don't want to be that. And why does it come to where you are at that point? And right now, that conversation is not even in our head, but it's the
it ain't.
And I hate that we had it and really don't know how we got to that point.
I'm gonna tell you, and me and my wife, we talk about this all the time. When we first got married, we was calling names. We would call each other names. Then on top of that, she was yelling, I was yelling, and this one really helped us because she yelling, I would tune her out, or I would walk out the door. And then I wouldn't really yell unless I was really upset, and then I'm a whole nother person. Mm-hmm. You know, but what we have to come to an agreement with is, look, two people yelling don't understand each other.
No,
it don't work. So now we have disagreements, and if we can't sit down and talk, we'll table it for some other time. Like, wait a minute, this ain't the right time. We'll come back to it. I don't want to talk about this. You don't want to talk about this. Look, let's just not talk about this until we both have cooler heads. Yeah. And then, you know what? When we both come back, then, you know, the conversation is much more understandable, and we can now understand one another the way that each other needs us to understand.
That is the truth.
Man, and then on top of that, if you call it names, it never works. Because once you call one name, oh, they done blocked you out now because they so focused. The other person is so focused on the name that you just called them. And regardless of years down the line, they remember that name.
They will.
That you called them in the middle of an argument. Mm-hmm. That either one of you didn't hit each other. All you heard was that name, and that just sparked it off.
You disrespected me.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
You know.
Here it is. Steph said, but my parents always fight 24/7. I'm sorry that is. My parents, before the passing of my mother, my parents was married over 40 years. You know, and it would have been 41 years that December. My mother passed away in May. But again, we've done different, my wife and I. Like in her family never showed affection. Like my family, my dad was always coming up behind my mama and grabbing a whole handful of tail. Mm. You know, and we would be like, ugh. You know? And so it was really important. It was really valuable, that experience, because it taught me something on what to do with my wife.
Yeah.
That we can relate to one another.
Exactly.
So it's good experiences that you can take in, that you can pull in from other people that will help make your life and your marriage, it will make it much better.
It is, because before I got into a marriage, I had to watch marriages, you know. My brother and my sister, I think they almost married. Man, is it going on? I really don't know. It's been a long time. They've been together for a long time.
Yeah.
And they've been through it, man. You've met them. You know, you even heard their stories, man. Yep. They're still together, man, but they go through the ups and the downs, and everything we've said on this show tonight, they have been there. But them suckers would be lost without each other.
Hey, I said the same thing. I remember I said at the house, I said, look, I told my wife, if you leave me, you might as well, you know, go to a whole nother part of the world.
You say you're going to be in the window.
I'm going to be in the window like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? Because look, as much as, you know, we may disagree, look, I love that little girl. I know she ain't no girl, but I love that little woman. But, you know, because you human beings, you're going to go through disagreements, man. And because of the disagreement, it doesn't mean, and remember we talked about this too, because I disagree with you don't mean I hate you.
Yeah.
But see, nowadays people, when they disagree, they hate each other.
Yeah.
Now, you know, because I disagree with you, now I'm gonna shoot you, or I'm gonna run you over with a car. All this kind of craziness.
Yeah, you can just just don't agree with you, and the argument doesn't have to ensue.
Right.
Just like you saying, That's our problem. The yelling
Yeah.
is more of I'm yelling, you yelling. I've always been a loud talker, so most people think that when I'm talking or I'm explaining something, I'm yelling at them. And I think it's more I'm enthused about a topic, or if something is happening, I'm just really high toned and into it. And I
Yeah.
guess aggression comes out. And I like that. You know, I'm not trying to laugh, Tyrone, but this is true, man. It's like I'm just trying to talk. And I'm, I got all of this, hey, and people just thinking, no, I'm not aggressive about it. I'm just really in tune to it. And my voice go up and someone say, well, you don't have to be yelling. Like my son say, I say, I'm not yelling, man. I'm really just speaking in a loud tone. I can put myself back down. But I feel like when I do that, then you're not really listening to what I'm saying because you feel like you got me in that comfortable position. Sometimes you got to talk loud so you can hear what I'm saying and you can know I mean what I say. My wife don't have to bark back at me. I will shut the hell up, man. I will. People don't realize I'm so simple to tune me out and get me just to shut up and be like, hey, it's over. All right, cool, it's over.
Yeah.
That's it.
You see, look, for me, it's just like this. My mindset, and I got an aggressive tone like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I have an aggressive tone, so I have to be careful when I raise my voice because my tone is always, the majority of the time, it's aggressive.
Sometimes you have to work on that as an individual. That's not hard to control.
But that's what I'm talking about. See, I've learned to really kind of pull mine back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, unless I'm having a conversation that I'm very adamant about, I'll pull back and just allow the person to, explain what they mean or explain what they just said. But I used to really be like that. Like I was very aggressive. And if a person did not agree with me, I was, and I had to pull it back. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want someone to shut down because you're overwhelming them.
And so you have to watch. Yes.
But that's exactly.
They will shut down. Nothing is getting heard. Right. Absolutely right.
But see, my wife is very kind of soft-spoken. Mm-hmm. Now she can get loud, but she very soft-spoken, pretty much to the back.
Did she pick up any of your mannerisms? Out of these 20 years, do you see yourself in your wife? Like some of the stuff that I do, my wife has picked that up and she acts like me. You see what I'm saying? My wife wasn't an aggressive person. When I met her, I said, hey, go back to that person I met the first time. And then she told me, well, I got to act like this way for you won't run over me. I'm not going to run over you, woman. Don't put that barrier up.
Watch this. Now, watch this. Now, here it is. My wife she has picked up some things, but I picked up more from her than she picked up from me.
Okay.
I've kind of adapted to her style because I'm gonna tell you this: when we, before we got married, I was like the most serious person in the world. Like I would go and do everything with a straight face. There was no funny bone in my body.
Ooh.
But then when I got with her, she liked to play practical jokes. Not outside, because outside she's serious. But in the home, she very joking. Like to play pranks and I'm asleep, she'll tickle my feet, stuff like that, crazy stuff. I remember one Halloween, man. No, it wasn't a Halloween. She was we were living in a duplex, and my daughter was looking for her. And this crazy lady hid in the closet for I don't know how long, man. And then she calling her on the phone like she trapped in somebody's trunk. And look, when I tell you, man, I just had to laugh because this woman she really softened me up to where I could really take a joke because I was way too serious. Way too serious. Like people would be laughing and joking, and I'd be sitting up there like, ain't nothing funny. You know, like that. But man,
I did the same thing. I hear my car in the garage playing hide and seek with the kids. But also it became peaceful because they couldn't find me. So I said, car in the back. Probably for about 45 minutes trying to let these kids find me. Oh.
Man, see, again, it's I understand what the world is and that, you know, everybody has adapted to, you know, what they going through.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to say like this, man. Look, if you don't stick to the foundation of life, man, it's gonna throw the rest of the world off. And I know you don't care because that's the, you know, I'm not saying you, Jackie, but I know people don't care that, you know, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
But here it is. If we don't straighten this stuff out, man, look, our kids they gonna be in a mess.
They are. They already.
You know, and then we gonna you know die off and we gonna go on. But life is gonna be hell to pay for them.
Yeah, man. I pray for my baby girl. You know.
Yeah.
Real. Yeah. It was stress, man. You know, even having a younger one, man, because it's like, man, what is this world gonna be? Knowing that what it was my mother and our parents had to go through. So you don't see the future. You don't know the future. You know, when you're talking about relationships, man, I never really wanted to have a baby girl because I know how damn a man is. You know what I'm saying? So that's the scariest thing for me. You know, man, you got to deal with Jackie Roper. Man.
Well, I'm the same way, you know. Now, but the biggest thing is, you know, I had a lot of my dad's ways, and my not saying that my dad is bad, but he had some habits that I couldn't use in my house. Because of, you know, my wife, she wasn't having it.
Yeah.
But see, you know, my wife is very wise, you know, and there's a lot of things that she helped me with. Even though I was serious, I was immature. And I was kind of, you know, wild. I was wild.
What man won't be I feel we'll be immature until we hit the ground, man.
Well, it wasn't just wild, but there were certain skills that I did not have that my wife had that I needed. And so I learned from her because I didn't trust no other men, you know, to help me. And then, you know, coming up, you know, because there was men that hated my daddy, they didn't like me. You know, and it wasn't so much that he did something to them, but they just didn't like him. You know, just like probably, you know, there's some people that hate me just because. And that they gonna hate my sons because of me.
Yeah.
You know, but the same applies, man. Look, we gotta set standards in our house because regardless of what they talking about on the outside, man, look, you gotta show your kids the right way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad out here, bro.
It is.
Like,
it took a lot of the discipline out of what's going on, you know.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
In the shows that the kids is watching nowadays, it doesn't really help with the family structure. A lot of them show that, you can get away with a lot of BS or talk to your parent in the wrong way, you're going to get your motherfucking face smacked talking to me like Disney Channel trying to tell you. I don't understand it. We watched the Cosby Show, man. Bill, good looking, man. You know, I know you did what you did, put all that false stuff, but the Cosby Show showed us family structure, black family structure. A man that had 5 kids and wasn't in the projects. Actually, he was in the home.
Right.
You know, everybody we knew had 5 kids. They stayed in the projects, man. All that good.
They was on government assistance. Look, I'm not saying that government assistance is wrong. I need to clarify that, because if you need it, then of course, but don't live your whole life on government assistance. You should not want somebody to assist you your entire life.
You got to come up with a plan to get away from that. Because
that's the biggest issue, especially with us colored folk. With our color, with our skin, there's something wrong, man. Because we like to stay on, you know what I'm saying? We like to stay assisted until we don't want assistance no more.
But you will sit there and latch on to that, and then time then pass by, and you still ain't benefited from that assistance. The assistance that's to assist you for temporary means. Don't sit here and use that for 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
Bigger plan. Figure out your next step. You know, Tyrone, man, I ain't gonna even lie. Everybody's not going to go to college, but everybody got a trade or a skill involved in them. Before I went to school, I had a trade. My mom, she didn't want me to go to a trade school. So that was the choice. She said, no, son, you're going to go to a university. I wanted to be a mechanic myself, man. And at the same time, I knew by being a mechanic, I could work for somebody in the daytime and still bring some cars into my own garage at night. It's a continued Saturday and Sunday. I'm working breaks. All of that's money, man. I would never... From fixing them to painting them to repairing them, I would have covered the whole basis. So I didn't take college, but my discipline came from that. I got kicked out of school maybe 3 times. 3 times, Tyrone. But I went back, I wrote letters saying, man, what is my next step if I fail? If I fail, then what am I going to do? Jackie, saying it, hey man, it's an easier road, but it wasn't even easy after I got the diploma, man. I still couldn't find a job. Came down here to Indianapolis, was still looking for a better way, but I started working with kids, and you know what I mean? So it was never a stopping point for me though, Tyrone. I wasn't getting the pay that I needed. I got this degree. Heck, my brother-in-law making more money doing maintenance. I want to do maintenance too then. Let's go. Let's go to play. I'll go get this certification, HVAC. Let's go, man. Whatever I have to do to keep making it. So people don't realize, forget that if you need the assistance, figure out what's your time frame to get off of it. It might be 5 years. But in that 5 years, now do you have a plan to say, all right, I'm out of this assistance. Now I'm renting a home and not in a home that's being given to me somewhere. So that's what I'm saying.
You know, and you're so right. So right. Here it is. Look, and there's an old saying that if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Yeah. Because most people, like, I have business plans, man. Like, I have thumb drives full of business plans that I have thought up and that I've written, you know, and typed out and changed again and, you know, kind of rewritten. But look, at any given moment, I can meet somebody and I can tell them what my business plan is all about. You never know who you meeting. But see, if you don't plan nothing, then you can't present nothing.
You can't.
You can't present an idea that you never wrote out.
You can't.
Because then you ain't gonna know the front, back, sides, and the different dip offs that you can expect in that area.
You can't be scared either.
And that's what I'm talking about, man. You know, you need financials in line. You know, not so much. Here it is. Look, I was just talking to my wife just the other day. Look, I'm working on my credit. I'm working on different things, different plans that I got going, moving forward. Because here it is a year ago, a little bit over a year ago, I didn't realize that this was going to be my niche, the life show.
Yeah.
July 8th of 2020 was an eye-opener to me. And now, here it is, a little bit over a year later, I started the life show in my house. Well, we in the studio now.
Yeah.
It's no longer in my house because now I started planning things out and making sure that there were provisions for the plan.
Yeah.
And so that's what people got to do. They got to
do, Tyrone. It looks nice.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Look, I told him the new backdrop, the new sound is here. Yeah, man. And so
you have to keep on telling them, man, what you had to do, though. It's serious, man.
Man, look, I started, my wife was tired. She was tired of people coming into her house, and then, you know, people see what you got there, come back and rob you. You know, and thankfully, ain't nobody tried nothing. You know, I'm grateful for that because I was smart enough to bring the right people in.
There you go. You gotta make sure they're the right one.
But see, now I can bring you in, but you ain't gonna come back in at your own leisure. Man, there's security cameras here. We got an alarm system, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Look, you ain't just coming walking up in here thinking you gonna take something. Oh, we gonna see you.
And it shouldn't even be that way, and we shouldn't even have to have that fear of, because what we trying to do is, if you have an idea, if you have something to say, we trying to give you that platform to say it. So why would you want to take away when we trying to sit here and put you on?
It's the truth. It's the truth. But I tell y'all like this. Look, this is the first of many. We only got like 7 more minutes left, but this is the first of many of the life show Motivational Monday with Tyrone Brown Jr. and Jackie Roper Jr.
Yes, sir.
The junior guys.
Juniors, baby.
The juniors, man, look, this was such a privilege and a pleasure, man. This was comfortable for me. You know, I'm used to sharing, but this is, you way in Indianapolis. I'm in Maryville.
You in Maryville, baby. I should have been
Maryville. You what? 2 hours, 2.5 hours away.
Hey, 2 hours and 26 minutes to be exact is what we
you know, getting your name out there. And as we were talking earlier, consistency is the key to breakthrough and success. Mm-hmm. If you ain't consistent with what you gonna do, if you ain't consistent with your plan, how somebody else supposed to believe that you gonna be consistent if you don't believe?
Man,
that's what it is, and that's the way it goes.
Because I believe in me. I believe in me.
Yeah, yeah.
I know what I can do.
Yeah. And see, when Jackie and I, when we put our heads together, man, the concept was easy.
Yeah.
You know, for those of you that didn't, you didn't look at the promo, man, the promo is up on the page. Man, go look at the promo, man. This ain't stopping. We going full steam ahead.
It's gonna get better. It's gonna get so much better. Next shows we'll be able to show you what we're talking about, displays. If anybody have anything that they want to talk about, man, we could on the comments. We'll bring it up for discussion. Even if you wanted to be a part of the show, we could link you from your house, and you can sit in your house and get on with us. If you had Stephanie, we would like for you to get on with us one time, girl. Look,
Stephanie don't like cameras. Stephanie, she'll tell you she don't like cameras.
She don't like cameras.
she don't like the cameras. She don't like to talk. But she'll type it out. She'll write it out. He's a good writer.
I stay in my lane, Steph. Hey, Tyrone, somebody told me to stay in my lane, and I made this company.
Yeah, man. But I'll tell you like this, with Fox, and the live show, man, it's about to go up.
It is.
But I tell you all, look, we appreciate you all for stopping in.
We do.
On the live show, the Motivational Monday with Tyrone Brown Jr. and Jackie Roper Jr. Man, look, this was a blast, man. And I can't wait till next Monday to do it all over again.
Neither. I can't.
Man, so I'm gonna tell y'all what. If y'all want to get in contact with the live show, send us an email and on the email, send us a message. Mm-hmm. Go to the website. The website is up. Get the website. Send us a message on the website. If you want to get in contact with Jackie and get in contact with his media services, look, feel free to reach out to him. Jackie, Fox Media?
Yeah, Fox Glenn Marketing. You can reach me at foxglennmarketing@gmail.com. I was trying to get them posted up here. I was trying to get the WWs for you for the live show as well, so they can see that coming across. I'm putting that.
Well, they can see it in the background on the banner, but still, look, man, this gonna get betterer and betterer. I know that ain't a word, but it's gonna get betterer and betterer, and
better and better. We gonna make it a word, baby. If it ain't a word, we'll make it a word.
That's it. Look, I'm your host, Tyrone Brown Jr. That man to my left,
Jackie Roper Jr. We are the juniors, baby.
Man, it's been a blast. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. I'm gonna holler at you, Tyrone, man. Hey, it's been a pleasure. Music was provided by. We got music from Pudge Tunes, man. Let's roll out with a little song, man.
Definitely, man. Y'all have a great evening, man. Peace.
Peace. All right. Motivational Mondays, baby. We out of here. Tyrone Brown Jr., Jackie Roper Jr. Music.
Well, here it is. I'll put it like this, and this is a perspective that I've thought always. We're working from. We're coming. We had an unfair advantage, mm-hmm. But along with the unfair advantage, we dug ourselves an even bigger hole because of the fact that we felt like it wasn't going to do no good to really advance. So what we did is we settled because we thought that, hey, if they won't give it to us, then ain't no sense in me trying. And that's what, to tell you the truth, that's what a lot of our black men deal with. You can tell the demeanor. Even when you go to the prisons, well, they ain't gonna give me a fair shake anyway, so I might as well live the way I live and keep it moving. Mm-hmm. You can see that in the minds of those that don't want jobs. They want the four corner hustler, the quick money, and it's because they say, well, I don't have to pay taxes. It's not like that. But see, what we do is we take away from our own credibility by playing their game. See, we were at one point in time, we were manipulated. And now we don't have to be manipulated because now we manipulate our own selves into actually forfeiting our success and forfeiting that we can do better because we don't feel like we'll get a fair shake. But see, if we rise up above that, and if we understand our authority and our power, we can really do some things that we really did not think that we could do. See, whenever you give somebody an advantage over you, what you then do is you minimize what you can do as a man or woman.
True.
That's what's going on, Jack. There's so many. Look, I mean, I promise you, Black people for so long, we're so very talented, so very skilled. But because we don't think that we're going to get a fair shake, instead of going past and beyond that, that whole mindset, well, they ain't gonna give me. We got to be careful of that, because ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. Everything that you get, you gonna work for.
You're right.
If you're the minority, you're going to work for it. And that's what we miss. We miss the working part. We just want somebody to give us something.
Yeah. And like you were saying, like you said, man, when we go, if I was to shop with you, why am I looking for $5 off or something? Because when I go to JCPenney's, I can't just walk in and say, hey, man, can you give me $5 off of this? Unless that sign says buy one, get one. That shirt gonna be $39.99. But they want it for tax though too. Mine is I'm asking you for $35 for my shirt. They don't really realize that, hey, the $5 is gonna cover my material costs. I'm not even into a profit. You thinking that I'm overcharging you, but you don't know what I had to go through to get this in my profit margin. And if I let you have it for $5, this other person have it for $5 off. This other person have it for $5 off. This other person, that's $20.
You don't make nothing.
You make
it. You can't feed your family.
You done lost 20, which really goes to you even putting back in or even buying some more supplies. But sometimes when you're starting something, you always feel like, hey, man, I got to give someone that deal because they're looking at you like you already overcharging them in the first. But you're not. I'm not even overcharging you. What I can do, you ever heard that saying? I seen this on the movie the other day. And everybody, I keep hearing this more and more. I can teach a man to fish. I think my brother-in-law said it to me because you said
it was me. It was me.
But I didn't heard it.
If you give a man a fish, he can eat for the day.
But if you teach him,
if you teach a man how to fish, then he can eat for a lifetime.
There you go. So what that is, hey, you know I'm charging $35 for this, but you can do it too. And then you can charge $35. It's no competition, but what are you doing to where it can come back around and I can spend with you? You see what I'm saying? Why is the consumer the mad one? But if you have something that, oh, well, I like that as well, I'll buy that from you. And I will pay you your price because I know what you had to do. It's only those that have made something or making something or selling something that respects the price of what someone else is charging, and you never get to that bargain price. You pay that man and you say, man, I respect, because when you don't want that to happen to you, so you stop that negotiation. Right. As long as it's a fair, you know you're not getting cheated, you won't do that negotiate because you don't want it to come back when you sit there and throw a price out there. So I've stopped that, Tyrone. Like negotiating with people. Hey man, take $5 off for me. Because I don't want somebody to come back to me and man, take off $10. Nah, let me stop. Let me stop.
But check this out. What we believe in most, we believe in haters.
Yeah.
We especially us as African American people, that we gotta, number one, we gotta get over that. Well, your haters, all my haters, man, if haters is your motivation, then guess what? You don't have much. And watch this. I was thinking about this today. Because we always talking about somebody. We always talking about somebody talking about us.
Mm-hmm.
But watch this. If they talking about you, and you would just look at their life, actually, they don't believe anything they say. So why should you believe it? Right?
Right.
I mean, if they hating on you, what do they have, or what influence do they have to hate on you? You know what I'm saying? And then what you do, man, is just rise above all of the negative talk, because all of the negative talk, all it's gonna do is get you riled up, and then you wind up living in a prison that you hold the keys to, and now you locked up and you won't let yourself out.
Yep.
Learn to forgive yourself and keep it moving, because again, people gonna talk regardless whether you're doing good or bad.
Hey,
and whenever you're doing bad,
they talking
about. That's it.
They talking about. Hey, man, you're talking about me, huh? I can feel it on the back of my neck, man. But it's good, and I don't care, good or bad.
Right.
You talking about me.
Yeah.
So where's my name in your mouth is one thing. Why is it in your mouth?
Right.
It makes me feel good. Because whatever you talking hate to me about, now they like, well, what is he doing that you talking about him every time you come around here? Or you talking about, man, but I don't see that bad stuff that you saying he do. Why is it only towards you?
Right. Now you're talking. A lot of people is like that, Jackie, because we so caught up on what they saying about you, instead of going ahead and doing what you gonna do anyway.
Yeah.
Because if you stay focused on what they saying, then you can never concentrate on the road ahead. It's just like I'm driving, and there's a person in the passenger seat. They keep trying to tell you where to go, but yet they don't know. Why are you listening to them?
Or why don't you just tell them to shut the fuck up and let me drive, because I got the wheel? Shut up, man. Hey, I done had to say it, man. Shut up, because I'm driving. Hey, let's turn here. I know I've been here before. Backseat drivers. Shut up.
Yeah.
Music up.
Yeah.
Absolutely right, Tyrone. Everything that you are saying is the truth, man.
Man, we gotta see motivation. We have our own motivation on the inside. The gifts and the talents and the purpose of our lives.
Yeah.
We got that on the inside.
Yeah.
But if you don't never pay attention to what you got on the inside, then everybody always will be the blame of why you didn't succeed.
Tyrone, it's terms that people come out with to kill your joy. You can be confident and a motherfucker call you cocky, but it ain't nothing to do with cocky. You just know who you are and you are confident in yourself. You're not an arrogant person. I just feel good, and I really, and this is really me, Tyrone, and this is, I guess, why I am always so joyful I could be happy by myself, man.
Yeah.
And this is no lie. And this is my son watch me walk around here. I don't think I'm going crazy, but I'll be having conversations with myself, and it's probably about my next move or what I gotta do. And I see him sitting on the couch, and he'll look up at me, and I look back at him. I say, "Oh well, hey, I'm getting the answers from myself." So. And this is true, Tyrone. But for me to have to get to that point, I have been through so much to where I have a I don't give a fuck attitude about what you say about me, about what you think about me. You don't feed me, you don't clothe me. I can care less. I'm not here to harm you. I'm not here to hate on you. Man, if you get to know me, you will get to know me. But I don't care about your judgment upon me. And
right.
my failures, I don't care about failing because I have to fail at some things to succeed. But damn it, I tried. And a lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna do it. So man, fuck you. And let me try. And let you sit there and you rot and you try to figure, and that's where the hate comes from. They hate you because you a trier, you a doer. You're not gonna stop. You're gonna make things happen. And that's what it is. And the hate comes from they don't know how or why always. Man, don't worry about why I am always, why you always not. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. But check this out, Jack. Here it is. Look, watch this, watch this. This the main thing. You know, if they hating on you, then they don't have no time to get what they get done. They need to get done.
Mm-hmm.
So who are they stopping? If they stopping you, then they have accomplished the job that they've been sent to do, and that's distract you from reaching your goal.
But they won't. And the problem is, and if people know me, you gonna spend more time hating yourself because you ain't gonna be able to accomplish your goal of stopping me from doing anything that Jack Roper wants to do. I'm not out to say anything to hurt no one, but sometimes the truth hurt, Tyrone. Sometimes people can't take the bluntness of how I'm gonna lay it down on you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna put it on you and I'm gonna give you the reason to think about it.
Right.
I ain't got what I tell all the time. I ain't got no titties. I ain't got no boobs. So how it's coming out from me is gonna probably be a little bit harsher. I don't mean no harm. I don't mean no foul. But this is how I see it. This is how I need to correct it. You know what I mean? Get yourself together and get on the right track and the right path. I roll around a lot of kings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? None of us, the problem with it is none of us in the cipher feels like no one is above. And if everybody can roll like you all are kings, y'all all can make decisions to make that other king's life and his castle better as well, because you all are having those same hiccups. So when you surround yourself by everyone who is trying to accomplish a goal, mortgage, family structure, jobs and stuff like that, and they got that balance, they trying to balance out all of these things, those are all kings. Anyone who is not trying to balance out the structure of their life, man, I'm not considering them not a king, but they're king in their own realm.
They're miserable.
They are.
Look, it's just like, and I put it just like this. They just like Satan. Satan is a jobless angel. Okay? He don't look, because now he don't have a purpose. He knows that his eternity is doomed. Now he want to bother you because he know you got a purpose.
Yeah.
And whose fault is it if you allow him to now come in and influence you to now get outside of your job, and now you ain't got no job?
I watched somebody, man, this was years ago. Someone told me to watch something. It was online. It was called An Interview with a Devil. If you ain't know, you got to check it out. It's real.
Got it.
But I read this, I watched this whole thing. It's called An Interview with a Devil. And what he said in this was, I don't have to do anything anymore.
Yeah.
You guys do it all for me. I sit back because everything out here in this world that they done put out, this technology, it makes you corrupt.
Yep.
You're already corrupt. So now I sit back and collect the souls because you're going to fail if you have no will. to say,
right.
there you go. So
Right.
he doesn't even have to work or attempt at hard measurements to persuade people anymore.
Right. It's true. It's true. But see, when you have influence, man, when you have influence, all you're doing is making sure that you use your influence the right way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Use your influence the right way, man. Don't, you know, and that's to all of these young guys that out here, young ladies and women, these young ladies and men.
Yeah.
Man, use your influence the right way. Because if you use it for bad, look, guess what? Bad is coming back to you.
Yeah.
You know,
if you
whatever you do good, good is coming back to you. And regardless if you having a bad week or a bad month or a bad year, guess what? I guarantee you that somebody is having a worse week, month, or year. I guarantee you. But don't you give up. Don't throw in the towel. Oh, it ain't worth it. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I quit. Don't give up. Don't cave in. Don't quit. Don't you ever quit, because you don't know whose life you could be impacted. And if you quit, if you give up, if you throw in the towel, then guess what? Somebody else won't be elevated to the point where they're now encouraged to encourage somebody else. So now, all of that chain effect that you can have on a positive note, you can't have it because somebody has gotten you off in your mind. Don't you ever do that. Ever. Use your influence the right way and do it to the best of your ability. Don't walk around here angry. Don't walk around here pissed off. Don't walk around here like all hope is lost, because it's not.
It ain't.
You can make the difference. You can be the difference by going the extra mile and then letting somebody else know, look, man, since they did it, I know I can do it. But they got to have some kind of example. People have said so many times, Tyrone don't know what he's doing. Tyrone just, what do you call it? He's spinning his wheels. You know, here it is. He going nowhere fast. Yeah. But guess what? God has given me influence. And guess what? Now I'm using my influence to now bring other people together. That's how me and Jackie got together. Because using the right influence at the right time, at the right place. Here it is, two people that never would have met. Now they're in partnership.
Boy.
Man, look, I'm telling you, man, I'm excited, brother. I'm excited about this because, again, motivation is already in you. All you got to do is get up and find the courage to keep on moving and keep on rolling and keep on searching and keep on giving yourself a chance. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
And guess what? Then you encourage communities, and communities encourage cities, and then cities encourage everybody else.
But it starts with you.
That's what it is.
I'm going to tell you like this, Tyrone. I wake up every morning, man, and I go to the same gas stations before I start my day.
Yeah.
They know me there. They know what I want. They know what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
But I talk to all of them. You see what I'm saying? In a friendly way. And I'm just that type of person, Tyrone. You know what I mean? People is interesting to me, man, and I can get out and really just talk to someone, get to meet them. You know what I'm saying? And it's good for me, you know. But I start the day off on the same path, stopping at to get my gas, get my cup of coffee, and it's two different gas stations. But I make those people joyful when I come in, and it seems like they don't see me. It's like a missing part of their day now. You see what I'm saying? Because they have these same other customers, the same ones who don't have any. They're on that same. This is what they're doing. And there's no taking the time to live life. You see what I'm saying? I'm communicating. I talk to the girl and I know how old her daughter is, and
yeah, man.
And they just work at the gas station, man. But I'm always a personable person, and just really anybody checking me out, man, from the grocery store to almost Hobby Lobby, man. People need to bring more of that out. It used to be like that, but now people are more reserved. Ladies don't even say thank you for opening up the door.
Right.
And I don't have to hold this door open for you, man.
Yeah.
But if I didn't, then I'll be rude and not a gentleman, right? But I'm asking, and I'm not really asking for a thank you. You should just say thank you.
Yeah, just because it's right.
Just because it's right. So I want to encourage more guys to hold the door open for these ladies. And even if they don't give you the proper response, just say, well, you're welcome, ma'am. And
right.
Well, thank you, sir. That's what you be kind.
We got about 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I've had so much fun just doing this, man. But every week it's gonna get better and better and better, man.
It is.
Any last words, man? What you want to say? Any shout outs you want to give or anything like that?
I want to give a shout out to my cousin, man, for letting us use his music. www.tunes.com. Love you, cuz. Houston, Texas, represent, baby. That's where he at. I'd like to send a shout out to my wife for holding down the kids while I do this. Much love, baby. Much respect.
Yes, sir.
And everybody just stay blessed, man, and positive, man. That's all I really want to say, man. Stay blessed, stay positive.
That's it. And I just I want to say thank you to all that continue to listen to the live show. This Motivational Monday is taking a turn. I want to say thank you first off to my wife. She's my backbone, man. And like you said, Jackie, just keeping the holding the kids down until I can, come out of here and do my husbandly duties.
I guess so. Shout out for the wife.
So thank you, darling. I appreciate it. To Jackie. Man, thank you so much, man. Look, I enjoy our partnership, brother. This is a dream that is coming to reality.
I didn't know what we got in the works, baby. They don't even know what we could. Hey, pretty soon
they're gonna do this.
They gotta do this.
They're gonna come with it. So look, thank you,
man.
Thank you to my brothers, to my lodge. They give me so much support, man. To my church family, all the love. All of my people that's out there that keep on giving us love. I appreciate it so much. Tune in. Don't forget to tune in on Wednesday. Word Wednesday. You don't want to miss it. Look, until then. Stay peaceful, stay blessed. Don't quit, don't give up, don't throw in the towel. I'm TBK, and that's
for Junior, the Juniors, baby. T Brown, man, much love, baby.
Yes, sir.
Stephanie, we appreciate you tuning in always.
Definitely, Steph.
Keep them haters off, baby. Brush them off your shoulders. We got 1 minute, 30 seconds. We finna get up out of here. Motivate yourself. Keep yourself focused. Don't let nobody get you down, man. Motivational Mondays, man. We coming hard. We coming at y'all. It ain't gonna stop. This is just the beginning. Pretty soon, I think you'll be able to sit on your couch and change the channel. I'm in the T. You want to roll this last minute, listen to some music or what?
Yeah, man. Let's roll it, man. Let's roll it.
Let's go. Shout out to Push Tunes again, man. We got 30 seconds. We off the air. Mr. Brown, the lightshowpodcast.com, man. Tune in. Tell them, Tyrone.
Please do. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all see it. Let's get it.